Nature Shaman is looking to be one of the premier combo decks in the meta alongside Sif Mage. So today I tried out Ike's build of the deck, and I had a 90% win rate. Well, technically I went 7-3, but 2 of those losses I just straight up missed lethal. So the deck had a 90% win rate, you could say. What can I say? The deck is pretty hard to play. The most important card in the deck is going to be Flash of Lightning, a 2-mana nature spell that draws a card and makes all of your nature spells cost 1 less mana next turn. So with that discount, we want to make sure we have some sort of board so we can cast Bioluminescence, a 3-mana nature spell that gives all friendly minions spell damage +1. It's pretty easy to get like 5 spell damage out of this card, I would say. And then with that spell damage, we want to cast Lightning Bolt at the opponent's face and finish off with Crash of Thunder, a 5-mana nature spell that deals 3 damage to all enemies, including the enemy hero, and it's discounted by 1 for each nature spell we've cast this turn. So it's discounted by the Bioluminescence and the Lightning Bolts that we already want to be playing. And for even more discounts on it, we've got Lightning Reflexes, a 1-mana nature spell that discovers a nature spell, and if we cast that nature spell this turn, we get to discover another one. So as long as we can make a board, it's actually quite easy to OTK people with this deck. Early on in the expansion, people were trying out Champion of Storms to make the board for Bio, but that ends up just being a bit too expensive. It turns out it's better to just play cards like Tour Guide and Carving Chisel to make the board for cheap, which is a little bit disappointing in my opinion, but the deck is still extremely fun to play. Got ourselves a Druid. I would imagine Druid is a fine matchup. How do I mulligan with this deck? I don't think I want any of these cards. Maybe Flow Rider is just good. Discover a spell from your deck. Maybe with Flow Rider, a Jarran Scroll is good. Are these reasonable cards to keep? I definitely want Carving Chisel, and I think I want Ancestral Knowledge. Oh, Free Spirit is just a pretty good solo card against my deck. I guess I could take another Bioluminescence. The others seem pretty sketchy. Well, I was thinking that, like, theoretically the Druid can out-armor my damage, but this Shaman deck can deal a really ridiculous amount of damage. Good Carving Chisel. Probably the worst totem, since it does get value traded. But if they're hero powering it, then at least it deals 1 damage. I guess I'll just play another Jarran Scroll. I think Flash of Lightning is just insane. And then, next turn I have 2 Flow Riders to maybe find Sunken Scrolls. Like, I could have taken this Scalding Geyser, but Flash of Lightning is just, like, the most nuts card. Also, I maybe want to hold on to this final Carving Chisel charge, because it does give me a totem for Bioluminescence, and I have 2 Bioluminescence. Is my opponent dead? I have Chisel and 2 1-drops to go with bios. The bios will be 1 mana. So 2 mana for 6 spell. Oh wait, I have no burn though. I probably just have to play the Flow Riders here. Pretty sure. I did find a Sunken Scroll. I don't know if it's better than Ancestral Knowledge. Actually, I probably want Scalding Geyser here. Just because I can shoot this guy. And then I can pick up the scroll for next turn anyway. Definitely want Bolt to go with my bios. Maybe I'm just holding Scalding Geyser for damage. I don't know, I'll cast it here since I'm roping and I'm getting scared. Oh my god. Tour Guide is 4 spell damage with this hand. So I think it is just better than Sunken Scroll. Weird hand, because I have so much spell damage, but no actual damage. But this lightning reflexes can pick up. There are at least 2 that it can draw that give damage. I think I am just going to go double flash here and try to set up for the turn 6 lethal. And there's my tour guide. I have 9 cards in hand, so I'm perfectly fine playing these. I got another lightning bolt and a school teacher. So the real question is, do I ever coin hero power? What can I do next turn? Chisel, tour guide, hero power, radiance. Radiance doesn't really do that much. I guess it's 1 mana for 2 spell damage, basically. And then maybe it discounts whatever comes off this. So I guess it's probably fine. So I'm going to have 4 minions guaranteed for only 4 mana. And then this is 5, 6 mana. So I have 4 minions, 8 spell damage, 22. I would need to pick up damage from reflexes. This is dumb. I probably don't really need the mana from the coin next turn, but also it's not like this extra 2 spell damage kills my opponent, so this is just silly. Although, I don't know, the extra 2 spell damage might kill if I also get this extra 4 spell damage and 4 hitting them in the face damage. Maybe it was fine. It's kind of hard to imagine the other mana being relevant. So it looks like I can have 12 spell damage here pretty easily. This does not get discounted. Let's go ahead and see what reflexes. Wait, I have 12 spell damage. Oh, this is just, I don't even need to play reflexes. $15. So I had 3 over guaranteed, and then if this hit the right card, it could have been another 15 over. Wow, just a very simple turn 6 lethal. Mage. The battle of this format's OTKs. I feel like, isn't Shaman just better? Is school teacher a keep? I feel like school teachers are pretty freaking good. I don't know. They're also the 4th and 5th most expensive card in my deck, so they seem kind of silly to keep. But they are 1 mana minions for bioluminescence, and they can also be 1 mana bioluminescences. So I think they're pretty good. And I am up against Mage, which I'm not expecting to play like, you know, not like a mech rogue curve or something. I guess I'm just punching this a few times. Maybe I get a Searing Totem, so I only have to punch it twice. Probably Lightning Reflexes. Shadow Suffusion is worth 3 times the mana. But I think Reflexes is just... It plays better for my win condition. Did get a Searing Totem to finish this off. But I picked up the other Chisel, so preserving the final Chisel charge isn't too relevant. Feral Spirit, 1 mana for 3 minions for bio. Feral Spirit, Lightning Reflexes. Pretty good chance next turn is Chisel, Knowledge, Flow Rider, I guess. See what this guy can do for me. If I overdraft, I can play my Titan next turn, which is a hell of a card. But say I overdraft Chisel, I go down to 7, draw up to 8, play this guy, I would overdraw by using the draw 3 overload cards. Let's just go Flow Rider Chisel, I guess. I've got 2 damage spells if I can pick up Bioluminescence, which is probably all I need since I have 5 minions from no board for 2 mana. See if this can get anything interesting. Could just double Flash of Light, Flash of Lightning here. Why'd they make a card called Flash of Light and Flash of Lightning? So if I go double Lightning, I overdraw, right? If I go double Lightning, and then they just play Solid Alibi, that's kind of annoying, isn't it? But Alibi did get nerfed, maybe they just don't play it. Let's just see what this can do. Can Primordial Wave here. I for some reason thought this would be discounted here. Alright. Well. There's the Alibi, okay. So I definitely don't have lethal here. Might just play a Crash of Thunder. I don't think Overdraft is very useful. Alright, give me a card here, Noggling. I mean, it's definitely Bioluminescence. I guess that's the whole turn. So next turn is Radiance, Zapper, Noggling, hit with weapon. That's 5 mana for 6 minions. Bio is 2 mana. Bolt is 0. That's 7 mana. And then this is 8 mana. So I can cast triple damage with 7 spell damage. I don't think this is lethal. Okay, so I get rid of the Artificer. It's hard for them to gain armor. And, like, it's pretty hard to deal with Golganeth here. If they leave it up, I can go in and then draw 3 cards. And if I hit, like, another Bioluminescence or something, or just, like, a Scalding Geyser, maybe. No, I can't draw. Wait, this only draws Overload cards. I guess this actually doesn't even really draw much, does it? It just draws Ancestral Knowledge, right? Maybe Golganeth sucked here. Golganeth sucked, but they didn't know that. Alright, so I can get, I assume, 9 spell damage, which I believe puts me 1 off lethal, which is extremely annoying. Maybe this kills. I don't know if I have mana to play this, though. I don't think I do. Yeah, there's just no way. Well, it's not that easy to deal 17 here. This is probably a good start to the turn for me. Basically, any card my opponent played here other than Sif was pretty good. I have turned the tides to win from no board. Wow, nice. Cool. If this is just a regular plague deck, I have to be super favored, I would imagine. I don't think I keep any of this. Yeah, the plague deck is pretty slow, and my deck can OTK as soon as turn like 5 or 6. So they can't really afford to be slow, but they don't really have an option. And if it's blood... What does blood do? I don't need any minions, so they can't patchwork me for a guaranteed lethal. I feel like this should be one of my best matchups. But we will see. Whack. I guess I'm coining this, although I'm not super sure I want to be spending my coin. Gotta be Flash of Lightning. I feel like I'm gonna fall into the trap of not just AFKing on turns where I can AFK. I hate just not doing something, but it's such a viable strategy in this matchup, I feel. I do think I want to just play this Noggling for the Flash of Lightning here, but I probably don't play another Flash of Lightning. Lightning Reflex. See what we can pick up. Oh wow, a bunch of shit that's not even close to playable. I'll just tempo this next turn. I do have a Bioluminescence already. Not that easy for me to get minions in play at the moment, though. I've got Chisel, I've got a Novice Zapper. I guess Radiance of Ajara is usually a freebie. Whoops. What if I go in here? No, there's no way for me. I mean, these can pick up damage. But no, just AFK. AFKing is fine. The reason to consider going in this turn, though, is that I just happen to have 3 minions in play, which is pretty good for Bioluminescence. But it's just... no, stop. AFK. You don't need to play the game. Blood DK can't do anything. Hey, I'm overloaded somehow. Let's start with School Teacher in case the Noggling is somehow better than Flow Rider. Melomania. Transmutation. I mean, I guess I can Melomania on my combo turn and maybe it's good somehow. Reflexes are very nice. Overdraft, Geyser. I mean, Geyser is damage. It's not a nature spell, which is kind of sketchy. But damage is pretty good. So if I play double Flash of Lightning, I can play these two minions and Scalding Geyser. And then this stuff is 0 mana. So my combo costs 5 mana basically. Probably want to throw a Noggling in with it as well, so 6 mana. Wow, my opponent's at 17. That's so low. What if I just hit, play Zapper, play Noggling. I have 5 mana left. Bio Bolt Geyser. I would have 4 minions in play, 5 spell damage. This is 8. This is 7, 8. I believe I'm 1 damage off lethal here. So let's draw cards. I think I need 7 mana next turn so I can play the tour guide. My opponent looks super dead at the moment because I picked up a ton of damage. They did heal for 18 here though. No, even more. So that's buffed. Alright, 7 mana. So I play my minions for 5, and then this is 6, 7. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minions, 6 spell damage. This is 9, 8, 8, 27, another 9, 36. Oh, these get spell damage from this thing. I forgot the Radiance of Ajara. Oh, wait. Well, that's a good card. Okay. I did have to hit with my weapon here, which was, like, kinda awkward. Oh god, I have to dredge. Okay. I think I could have... Even if I didn't discover anything from Melomania into Lightning Reflexes, maybe I could have... I don't know, it was pretty hard to cast Clash of Thunder without having to run my weapon and didn't know Muncher first. I might have just gotten really lucky with the Melomania there. Have to reflect on that one for sure. I've had a couple of rough games. Give me a freaking Blood Death Knight. That matchup is impossible to lose. Hard draw chisel, you love to see it. Alright, well, let's get some totems on board. I'm assuming this is probably just a plague deck, which shouldn't be too hard of a matchup for me. Oh. Feels kind of bad bolting, but if my opponent's playing a freaking what, a triple green Death Knight. That's what I would expect here. Then it's good just keep them off the board. Okay, it is Plague. The Necrolite is throwing me off a bit. Alright, play my 2-mana Flow Rider. Oh, wow. Flash of Lightning versus Lightning Bolt. I think it's kind of hard to combo without Flash of Lightning. There are always substitutes for Lightning Bolt. I've never really seen the point of playing Plague stuff in a deck like this. Like, what do the Plagues bring to the table? Well, Crash of Thunder's a really interesting card. Because I can just clear their board, or I can try to save it for combo stuff. They're not even close to Grave Strengthening me. I think, in general, I'm too scared of Grave Strength when I play against this deck. They do have to actually have corpses for it. Let's just play a School Teacher this turn. Okay, well. Best of both worlds, as they say. I think my most likely line of play is simply Chisel Flash of Lightning next turn. But I do have 5 minions in play. Maybe I just drop a freaking Bioluminescence. And then... could play Lightning Reflexes. Scalding Geyser. I think I am just going to stick to the plan. Oh wow, what a card. It would have been really hard to cast Crash of Lightning and Scalding Geyser this turn, right? Even if this hit Zap, it wasn't doable, so I don't think it was possible. Alright, well next turn should be pretty easy lethal. So, well, I'm always playing... okay, whatever. So I have 4 minions in play. That's 4 spell damage. So this is 7 plus 7 plus 6. 20... so I do just straight up have 24 here, right? Pretty sure I didn't need this Bioluminescence, but I will take it. My opponent ended up being way more dead than they were originally this turn. With freaking Bioluminescence into Lightning Bolt, but I don't think I need it either. The Shaman Mirror. This is where I prove my skill. I think School Teacher's a pretty good card off the mulligan. Yeah. The list I'm looking at has it pretty high. Lightning Reflex is actually pretty close to being a keep, at least in general. Oh, School Teacher falls a lot when I just filter by Diamond through Legend. Probably still good, though. Bioluminescence. Next turn we go Ancestral Knowledge, turn 3, probably a scroll thing, turn 4 School Teacher, turn 5. Surely we'll have some Flash of Lightnings by then. I'm drawing up to 9, which makes it fine to go Scroll Flow Rider. But it does make School Teacher on 4 a bit awkward after that. I just really love the damage card with this hand, don't I? Insane. So what are we actually looking at here? I mean, it's pretty hard to do anything if I don't find a flash of lightning, right? Carving Chisel is really, really good here. Do I ever coin Crash of Thunder? 7 damage is a lot. I think I'm just gonna play School Teacher, and then there's a good chance I coin the Noggling. Oh my god, especially if it's Flash of Lightning. 2 minions. Bioluminescence is 4 mana. I'd coin out this, I guess. So I'd have 5 spell damage. 8, 8, 8. Maybe whatever this hits. Oh wait, no, I'm spending the coin here. So I don't get to play Chisel. But I picked up a Crash of Thunder. I think I just have lethal, don't I? No, I only have 4 spell damage, so I think I have 28. But I have double freaking reflexes to find the lethal. None of this matters. Stop getting distracted. Oh. Oh my god. Yeah, turn 5, 42 damage from no board, no big deal. Nice try, Shaman opponent. I mean, my opponent was trying to do the same thing to me, so I guess I can't really feel bad.